Workforce in Zimbabwe continues to migrate to urban areas in search of business and economic opportunities. These factors are poised to play quite a pivotal role in shaping the electoral landscape there as citizens explain their concerns about earning a living. Let's bring in more on the story, bringing Newzroom's Audrey Chimwanda, who's live to us now from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. And Audrey, I imagine election season in the air where you're at. Take us through some of these concerns raised by citizens in a context, by the way, where there is still mounting concern about whether or not the environment in Zimbabwe is actually ripe for free and fair elections.
Ayanda, just a few days ago we had a delegation from SADC, some of the people that have come into the country to observe these elections. And so far they have not given any negative feedback as far as the political climate, and people can actually vote freely and fairly in this country. When we spoke to the people here, they say that they're ready to vote in peace. That is their main issue. But some of the issues they speak about are bread and butter issues, issues of unemployment, inflation, the price of food prices in the shops. Those are the kind of things that they want to see the candidate who gets to win in this election addressed immediately. I just want to take you around to show you when it comes to the issue of unemployment, the huge numbers here in Zimbabwe. A lot of people have had to take to the streets to make a living out of small businesses. You see ladies that are sitting here that actually source some of these second-hand clothes from other countries like Mozambique, like Malawi. They come and sell them on the streets, and these are some of the more affordable clothes that people here can actually afford, given the very mega salaries that a lot of civil servants earn here, who are the biggest employees in this country, employed by the government. If we also take a look around at some of the people that are also selling just your fruits, but Bulawayo remains a very industrialized city. People still try to make do with what they can in terms of just trying to eke out a living. They are hoping that, after these elections, Bulawayo, so to speak, as it is viewed as a somewhat marginalized part of the province, actually get resources in terms of service delivery so that people can actually have an improved lifestyle, as that is one of the issues that they complain about. I'm going to try and speak to one of the ladies that sell here to try and understand what motivated them to come onto the streets and what they actually benefit from this. Hello, Mama, how are you? How is business going? But still you come out to the streets and try to get as much as you can.
I'm trying, but nothing comes out.
What are some of the major issues that you're facing in your business?
There's no money, there's no customer.
Yes, and the city council is also checking our stuff here. They didn't want people to sell things.
So she speaks of some of the bylaws from the municipality that doesn't actually allow most of these vendors to come here and line up their merchandise and sell. There are very strict bylaws from the municipality of the city of Bulawayo that requires these vendors to actually get licenses. Some say some of these requirements are actually very stringent and they're not able to make sure that they comply to those rules and those laws. So they say they have no choice but to come onto the streets and still try to eke out a living. Ayanda?
And before we let you go there, Audrey, I mean, it goes without saying that many people in Zimbabwe are hoping for better days ahead. But how confident are the ones you've engaged with about whether or not this election will mark some kind of turning point in the country?
So we just got official records from the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, which is the body that is in charge of conducting elections in this country. And Bulawayo has come out as one of the cities that has a very low voter turnout. Not only turnout, but even in terms of registered voters and new voters. We're talking of those citizens that have turned 18 years and older that are expected to have joined this voter base. So Bulawayo remains one of those cities that seems to have voter apathy. We have seen quite a number of politicians come and try to drum up support for their parties to try and encourage people to come out and vote on Wednesday. But some of the issues they raise is the lack of trust in the institutions. And they say those are some of the issues they want to see addressed before they can have confidence to cast their votes. Ayanda.
Chimwanda, part of our team, live to us there from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. For now, Audrey, thanks very much indeed.